Hey, what's happening? I hope everyone is doing good and this video is finding you all happy and loving and all that good stuff, of course. I am here with a reading on what is the truth of your situation. What is the truth of your situation? I also did pull cards to see if I could get a idea on which zodiacs were really strong in this reading, so I will have those also. The reading is going to be pretty long, as you can see. We got a lot of cards, so let's get started on this. The first card I pulled is Pisces, the Majestic. So a Pisces is definitely strong in this reading. This card is imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic. I think that's how you say it. Self-pitying. So we have a Pisces that's involved. The next card is Abundance. So this, the truth is that whomever is involved in this, is working towards abundance, or they're wanting abundance in their life. And it is, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. So abundance is very important in this situation. We have Sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. So you need to go within. You need to definitely bring love into the situation, but we should bring love into every situation. Love is very important in everything that we deal with. If it's our careers, if it's our, love life, it's our friendships, our family, whatever it is. Love is just very important in the world and to each and every human. And I'm going to push that and push that and push that because we need more love in this world. We have the Five of Pentacles, abandonment. So somebody in this situation may be feeling abandoned. If maybe somebody moved away from someone, maybe somebody, moved out and just moved down the street. Whatever the situation is somebody's feeling abandoned. And that's, unfortunate. We've all felt abandoned, a time or two in our life. Maybe it's really not that this person abandoned you. Maybe they needed to move because of their situation, of the whole situation as a whole, and they needed to get away. They could not stay where they were at because of, different things coming at them, bullshit, who knows, it just depends on your situation. So don't feel that maybe this person meant to abandon you. If that's the way that you're feeling, try and look at it, put yourself in their shoes. Always do that in every situation. That's very important for us all to do. But make sure that you put yourself in their situation and that, just don't think the worst of what is going on, just kind of feel that maybe they had no choice but to get up and leave and kind of, go their own way for right now. Maybe they needed to get away, to reflect on the whole situation, to figure out where they are which parts of the situation that they are responsible for, or so on. So please don't feel abandoned. We have expansion. Maybe this person felt that like they wanted to expand, in their life. Maybe they felt that they could not have an expansion where they were. Maybe they're wanting to have an expansion with you. Maybe they're wanting to come together and, expand your family, create a family. It just depends. So please don't feel that, this person just abandoned you and doesn't love you and so on. So, of course, I'm using my Alice the Wonderland Oracle deck, and I'm going to read these ones out of here because I like the meanings of them. So what I have is manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. Maybe this person went away. I don't know why I'm getting somebody went away. I don't know. And that might not be the situation, but just kind of put your situation into my words. Went away because they needed to create their own happiness before they could, give anybody else, on the outside, you know, happiness and love and whatever else. So it is, your happiness is in your own hands. It is something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Acknowledgement that life can be very difficult and challenging, but you are being asked to grow the happiness you long for out of your magical will and desire to feel joy once again. So again, they might have had to step, you know, aside or had to leave the situation to be able to create their own happiness once again. Because you cannot expect somebody else to make you happy. You need to make yourself happy. You need to give yourself all that love that you want to give to somebody else. Because once you do, and once you feel that love and you have love for yourself and you have the happiness inside you, then that's when you can create something good on with somebody else or on the outside of yourself. So we have truth. You know, this is the truth of the situation. So maybe the truth is finally coming out in the situation. Maybe people are finally seeing what really happened, what the truth is, who's responsible for it. Maybe you are, you know, accepting the truth. Maybe you are speaking your truth. Maybe you are allowing other people to speak their truth. But that's important. Truth is important in everything that we do in life, even when we do bad things. We need to have enough nerve and, you know, enough respect for ourselves and for those around us to speak the truth. Truth is so important in life. Find balance. So maybe the situation is kind of teetering on, you know, finding the balance. Maybe it was out of whack. Maybe it was just completely out of balance before. But maybe it's starting to come into balance, and that definitely will help the truth of the situation come out. Maybe the truth is helping the situation come into balance. So we all need to be in balance. We all need to be able to live life, you know, balanced out. We have abundance again. So abundance is a big part of the truth of this situation. Maybe people were being unfair. Maybe people were only worried about their own abundance and they were throwing people under the bus. Maybe they were doing, you know, shady shit. Who knows? But abundance is a big part of what the truth is of this situation. So, and abundance doesn't always have to be financial. It could be spiritual. It could be emotional, you know, and so on and so on. So don't think that. We have the Empress, and we all know the Empress, you know, she is able to rule the empire. She is typically, might be a pregnant woman. It doesn't have to be. But it's, you know, she has been through so much in her life that she's able to pretty much conquer everything that's thrown at her. She's able to give that love unconditionally. She's able to put herself in somebody else's shoes to understand where that person's coming from, and she's very forgiving, and she's, you know, very strong, and she, you know, people really either they're really jealous of her or they just really they're just really envious of her, but in a good way. So, and the jealous people need to fuck right off, because I can't stand jealous people. They're ridiculous, and they're probably a lot of what the truth is of this situation. We have Libra, the idealist. It's harmonious, cooperative, balanced, social, aware, artistic, people-pleasing, fair, idealistic, choosy, is aspirational, graceful. I wish I had my glasses. Obligating, indecisive, judgmental, and flattering. So Libra is strong in this reading. So we have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So the truth of this situation is it needs a lot of discipline. It needs people to be disciplined in accomplishing what they desire. Instead of worrying about what everybody else is desiring, they need to worry about what they desire, and so they can, set their mind to what it is they want to accomplish. If it's a legal case, the judge, the attorneys, the detectives, whatever, cops or whatever, might be very disciplined in getting the truth out, because it's time for the truth to finally be told. So we have feelings. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. So there's a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings that is wrapped up in the truth of this situation. Maybe people were doing something wrong to somebody that really didn't deserve it. Maybe it was somebody that, just projects love, projects kindness, really just wants the world to be happy. Maybe this person's like a very forgiving type of person that, people were just running all over and just being cruel and mean to and spreading lies and hate about. And it's time for everybody that's involved in this situation to allow their feelings to be felt, to be heard, to be known, because it's very important for the truth of your situation to be able to be, told, and for it to come out. And it's important for everybody's feelings and emotions towards it to be felt and heard. So we have the King of Swords, which is a sign of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and it is ambition. So there is a lot of ambitious people involved in this situation, I feel. There's a lot of ambition to get the truth out, and I think that's great. So despondence. With despondence, it's like a type of depression, sadness, feelings of gloom and inaccuracy, if I could say that, inadequacy. I can't say that word. Why can't I say that word? I don't know. Anyways, so there might be a lot of sad feelings wrapped around this situation. There might be, forms of depression that are starting to form up in people, and the sad feelings are creating a lot of gloom around people. And so it's time for the truth to come out. It's time for, people who, that are responsible for it to be, to step forward and finally speak up. It's just time for the truth of this situation to finally come to an end. It's very important. And you know what? Spirit is telling me, yeah, it's very important, because it's been going on for way too long. Innocent people have been hurt over and over again. Even the people that have caused this, it's time for them to be able to move on with their lives also. And it's time for forgiveness and understanding and love to take over, and to allow this to come out and allow it to end finally. I have follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. That kind of speaks for itself, but I'm still going to read it. It is harsh self-judgment for a mistake or an error made. Unmet personal expectations causing inconsolable sadness. A reminder to detach, find clarity, and follow your own personal internal guidance system, which has some very practical solutions. So listen to yourself. Allow yourself to take your own good advice that you're giving to others. Look at how sad she looks. Sad, that's feelings of sad and, a lot of gloom. So let's get this, the truth of this situation out. We have spiritual union. So this, the truth of this situation is wrapped around a spiritual union, a twin flame, a soulmate, love. And maybe somebody was trying to stop this love from happening, but they no longer can. Because you know what? If there is a twin flame situation, there is no stopping a twin flame connection from it to coming together. It's written in the stars. I mean, the higher above, God himself has created this, this is not something that envy and deception and hate and lies and deceit and all that crap can stop. And if you are trying to stop this union, I suggest you stop, because your life is never going to be good. You will be hit with karma after karma after karma. God is going to just punish and punish and punish you, because no one has the right to stop, for one thing, to stop love. What gives you the right to tell somebody else that they shouldn't be in love with somebody, or that somebody isn't good enough for that person to love? Or because you don't like that person, then your friend should not date them or, be with them. Who are you to tell anybody that? You're not, for one thing, you're not that person. You don't know how they feel. You have no right to tell them who they can be with and who they can love and who they can't. If it's because of race, if it's because of gender, if it's because of, status, whatever your fucking problem is about it, it doesn't matter. And it definitely doesn't matter when it's a spiritual union. all that's doing to you is creating your life to be like this, and then for it to stay like this, and then every fucking tower hit you like this and nonstop. And it will do that for the rest of your life. People like me, somebody said to me like the other day, people are afraid of you because every time they do something wrong to you, well, why are you doing something wrong to me? I don't do anything wrong to you, right? But that's not the point. But every time they do something wrong to you, they get hit with karma. So they call me the karma witch and all this stuff. I don't create karma. You create your own karma by doing shitty things to to other people. But God is the only one that is allowed to hand out karma. So for people to say that, call me the karma witch and all this stuff, it cracks me up, because I wish I could do that, because then I could take my own karma and, get rid of it. But there are some people on my list with karma that I would love to hit with a lot of karma, because they're bad people. They don't care about other people. They don't care about love. They don't care about kindness, respect, or anything, because they don't love and respect themselves is what it comes down to. But still, but to assign me the name of karma witch and all this stuff just cracks me up, because I'm not God. I'll never be God, obviously. I don't want to be God, because I would never, I'm too sensitive of a person. I wouldn't be able to hand out the karma. So it just cracks me up. I just had to bring that up. Move. So this situation might entail somebody having to move. Maybe somebody did move. Maybe it's time to move. Get your ass in gear and go after this love. To open your heart and allow this union, this spiritual union, to come together. Why fight it? If you love somebody, why do people fight it? Why do you want to stay single? Why do you want to, be a player? Why do you want to go sleep with everybody in, town? Because it doesn't make you happy. If you love somebody, get your ass in gear. Move. Get going on it. Because you know what? If you don't, somebody else is going to come in. This isn't guaranteed if you don't act on it. It's not a guarantee. People get tired of waiting. And, there's a lot of times people, they don't meet their twin flame or their soulmates or whatever till they're already married and, with somebody. And it doesn't guarantee that those two people are going to come together, because, that doesn't guarantee, God doesn't want you to divorce who you're with. He doesn't want you to leave your family and, whatever else. So I wouldn't, if you know that you're in this and that you are a twin flame, or who your soulmate is, and you're single and you're wanting to stay single and play the field because you're afraid of love, or you're afraid of commitment or whatever, you know what? Buck up. Just buck up and grow up. Grow up. Because you're never going to ever find that ever again in anyone else. Even if you're already married. Yes, you love that person. Yes, you're committed to that person. And by God, you should be if you're married and, so on, and you have a family. And but the love that a twin flame feels towards somebody else, and the bond and the just everything that goes along with it, is something that you will never get with anyone else. You'll never feel with anyone else. You'll never experience with anyone else, because that's your twin flame. You are like one. It's like your souls are one. Your hearts are one. Your minds are one. A lot of people, just so you know, they end up becoming best friends because, okay, say a woman, she runs into her twin flame. And a twin, I don't want to say it has to be a male if it's a woman, or, it could be a woman and woman, man and man, whomever you desire, whatever sexual desires that you have and what you're attracted to. More power to you. I love it. So, who cares? But say he's married. Well, if she's a real woman, she would definitely not want to break up their marriage. But they are so connected that they have to somewhat have a bond. They have to bond together. They end up becoming like best friends. If you ever have met somebody that is best friends with like the opposite sex, and they really are best friends. They're not just pretending to be because they're sleeping together and whatever else, lies and whatever deceit that people pull, but it's typically because, you know, they are meant to be. They are one. They are one person. But one person is already married, and that person respects, loves the person that they're with, and respects the fact that they're married, and they respect their vows, and so on and so on. So they become friends, and they, you know what, they make great friends. They make best friends. That, you know they can rely on each other. They think a lot alike. The one person's, you know, definitely respects and loves their twin flame spouse, and, you know, so on and so on. So it doesn't always have to turn out that they could end up together, but, you know, most of the time it does, but not in every case, because we do have respectful people. So celebration. The truth of this is, whatever truth comes out, it ends in a celebration. It ends with like family and friends and a community and so on and so on, coming together and celebrating. Maybe celebrating the person that they were so hard on. Maybe celebrating the truth finally coming out, so everybody can actually live their life in peace, and so on and so on. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse. We all know that's a third-party situation. So a third-party situation may have ended. The truth could be that somebody was with somebody else, and that has ended. It also is confusion, maliciousness, hurtful lies, and cruelty. So maybe all of that has been going on in this situation. Maybe people have been spreading hurtful lies about somebody. Maybe they've been telling the other person all these lies, and, having malicious intent towards somebody, and so on to keep these people apart. Because, a lot of people that know that like somebody's the divine feminine and there's the divine masculine, people are jealous of that. People want that person for themselves because they feel like they're going to gain all this stuff, all this spiritual stuff, and God's going to praise them and all this, and, whatever people think. Me personally, my mind doesn't work that way, so it's hard for me to understand. And I don't agree with people being malicious towards somebody. I don't believe in being cruel to anything or anyone. I don't believe in hurtful lies being spread, or hurtful, even, gossip or anything. You know why? Because I have been on the end of that my whole entire life. I know how it feels, and it's garbage to me. It's nothing. There's nothing in that right there that says love. If somebody's doing that to hold on to their partner because they're afraid they're going to lose them to another person, this person over here deserves to lose them, because you don't do that. You're not cruel to somebody else because of your own selfish needs. You need to learn to grow up, to be, mature about things. If your person here in the middle decides to go with this person, it's because they love this person. You need to know that that's God's way of telling you that that person wasn't meant to be in your life. As hard as that is for anyone to accept. We've all been cheated on. We've all had people, break our heart. We've all been in that situation, and none of us want to be there. Not one person wants to be there. But you know what? It teaches us a lesson. And once that person is out of our life, it opens the gates. It opens the doors for the right person to come into our life that is meant to be there. So anybody that does, that causes confusion, is malicious, and spreads hurtful lies, and they're cruel to somebody else, wake up. Because what do you think you're going to get in karma? What do you think God's going to hand you back? What are you sending out to the universe that you want? Shit. I mean, this is what you want. You don't ever harm another person. You don't ever spread lies. You don't ever gossip about somebody else, because you have no right. You have no right to judge anybody, and you have no right to be cruel to anybody. Who made you? God. Who made you? And God's not cruel to people. So, more like, who made you? The devil. So I'll quit going on about that. Anyways, the next card is allowing, and this is encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. And it is a sign of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. So those Signs are strong in this reading. I'm already at 24 minutes. I'm going to have to do 2 videos, obviously. The next card I have is love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So love is really, really important in this situation. It is going to bring the truth out. It is going to allow people to express their feelings and so on. But love, unconditional love, needs to be represented in everything that we do every day of our lives. I'm going to stop this here, and so I can make sure that you know that there'll be a part 2 uploaded right after this video. And sorry that I am kind of talking too much, but I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about spreading love and making people realize that, you know, when we're malicious to somebody, when we're cruel, when we do harmful things to other people, it really does come back to you. You might not experience it right away. You might experience it right away, but you will. And for people to keep people apart because they're jealous or they just don't like the person that your brother or sister or your friends are in love with, is not proper. It's, you know what, grow up, really is what it comes down to. You know, we need to bring love into all situations, no matter what. You need to put yourself in their shoes. You need to be able to understand. And if you truly love someone, you want that person to be completely happy. And if the person that you dislike makes your person or your, you know, family member or your friends happy, then that should make you happy in the long run. So, well, this is part 1 of the truth of the situation. I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to start uploading it, and then I'm going to move on to part 2. So please, please, please check out part 2. There could even be a part 3. Who knows? So lots of love, peace. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I love each and every one of you. Take care, and I'll check you on part 2.